Next up, we got a special guest in the house, two-time Olympic gold medal winner, and maybe the best lockdown NBA defender of all time, the glove, Gary Payton.
GP, welcome to the T.Ocho show, bro. What's happening?
I'm good. And then you gonna say maybe I was the best lockdown? Man, you know I was the best ever.
Hey,
it is.
Hey, we already got it going. So, GP, since you started it out with that, I'm glad to be amongst the best two, most prolific trash talkers that probably ever will be. You are known through the NBA career, your NBA career for your trash talk. After an athlete leaves the game, when the legs go and the quickness slows down, does that mean the mouth slows down too?
You know, T, that don't know the mouth don't never slow down. Anybody who give you a challenge, man, you gonna come back at them with it. So you know that ain't gonna never happen.
But GP, I know you. On the court, I've watched the game, and off the court, it never stops with you. And as we kind of just, started this thing out, that mouth is definitely, still up to speed.
T, I ain't gonna tell our secrets, though, but you remember one day in Miami how things went when we was playing them dominoes, huh?
Oh, man. We not even gonna go there. We not even gonna go there. You caught me on one of my down moments. I am known for my domino playing. You know what I mean? You just happen to have your buddies to get me a little intoxicated. You know what I mean? To get those wins. I understood what was going on. You were slipping. Your boys were slipping some stuff in my drinks.
Hey, but your boy was the one. He was passing you water, so. We ain't gonna talk about that on the TV show, so it's all good.
Right.
Hey, G, you're an elite player, man. You've been around the game for a very long time. You're really good at evaluating people. In a situation, Randy Moss only played 4 games with the Vikings, and they've already decided he wasn't a good fit. Since you've played the game, is there a way you can read a teammate that quick and see that he doesn't fit in the scheme of what you got going on?
Well, yeah, you can. Because what I think Randy did wrong was he came into the situation, and why him not going to the media and not, being that person where I'm not going to talk, I'm going to ask questions, and then I'm going to answer the questions. I don't think that organization wanted that. And when he went into there and he didn't act like he was happy with the situation he was in, and I think nowadays in sports, their tolerance level is not going to be too much in these organizations. They're going to get a bad apple out of their organization right away. And I think he just went at it the wrong way. When I was coming up and I was doing them things, the era was kind of different. We can make some problems and get away with it. Nowadays in these professional, you can't do that anymore.
Hey, Gary, I want to talk basketball with you. It's Kevin in Los Angeles. Go ahead, T. You want to follow up on that? Go ahead, T.
Right, but I hear what you're saying, GP, but, to go, to decide and make the decision 4 weeks in, they knew the type of person that Randy was prior to them signing him. So I don't really understand why you would make a drastic decision, like this based on, what he said in the media. And I don't really think it was more or less what he said about the media. I think it was more based on, him giving a lot of praise to the New England Patriots, saying how much he missed them, how Belichick was the greatest coach ever. But you have to understand this, and let me bring you up to speed. And I said this earlier, Randy Moss was just with this team 3 weeks ago in that uniform. So you can kind of understand where I guess the affection or his praises were coming from. And given the fact that they had lost the game and he was back in the place, where he was just released from or with the team that just released him. So it was I'm pretty sure a lot of emotions that were behind those comments. And then you add in the fact that he only had 1 pass for 8 yards. I mean, I think it was a drastic move.
Well, T, you got to understand. You got to look at it. You got to look at it this way. You don't go to a team that already done came and traded you, went and got you out of a trade, and then praise another team. You got to keep that stuff to yourself. Like I said, nowadays ownerships and organizations are not going to take that. Just keep it to yourself. And Randy Moss got to understand, he's got a quarterback back there that's getting old in age. He's not, he's not healthy. He's not going to pass him all the balls right away. You got to get a connection there. Just because you're Randy Moss and you come in right now, we're not going to pass the ball. We got a couple of other wide receivers that's pretty good on the Minnesota Vikings too. T, you know that. Everybody put you in the fire too, the same thing, and now you go to Cincinnati and make a drastic change and is playing very well. You got to adjust to these kind of situations and just make it, happen. Everybody got to grow up sometime. And I'm not against Randy. I'm not against none of them guys because I was an athlete too, and I did worse things than he done. But you have to know how to adjust if you want to make it in these professional ranks right now, because they're not taking no tolerance level right now.
GP, out of all people,
yeah,
you trying to say, Ben, you have your history. I'm talking about your background as far as your basketball abilities are concerned. You trying to tell me you get traded, let's say, okay, we'll go back to when you was, with the Seattle Supersonics. Top of your game,
right.
You get traded. Who did you go to after that?
Milwaukee.
Okay, you go to Milwaukee. You knowing that your capabilities, your playmaking ability, you go to Milwaukee and you're not involved in that offense. You're going to be satisfied with that?
Well, but what happened was, though, T, basketball and football is a little bit different. Would you be
satisfied that?
I wouldn't even let it happen. I wouldn't even let it happen. I wouldn't even come to a basketball team and they wouldn't be involved with it because they're gonna have to give me the ball because I'm gonna control the destiny anyway. I shoot every time. You know what I'm saying? On him, he has another man that's controlling. He got a man that's controlling the football.
Right.
I control the basketball. I have it every time I come down, and I'll make them sit me down because I shoot it every time I come to the basket. So it's a big difference between me because I'm not going to let it happen because I'm the point guard. Brett Favre is a quarterback. He don't have to pass it to Randy Moss. So it's a difference.
Right, but the thing is, okay, well, why trade for a guy like that who you thought that could come in and boost an offense that's been lackluster prior to him getting there? You would want, or you would think the coach would be, have a system in place or implement a game plan to get him more involved if that's what you brought him over there to do.
Well, Ted, you're absolutely correct. They went and got him to try to enhance their chances of getting touchdowns, throwing it up to him, making their offense better. But I'm trying to tell you now, it has nothing to do with his offensive ability and for what he's done. I'm telling you, it's about his attitude. And that's what they're mad about. I think that's what happened when he did the interview stuff and then plus praising New England. That's what I think got it all bad for him, and that's why they released him.